It's your boy. How's everyone doing? Um, Sorry about that. I'm stupid. I'm always stupid. That's just me. But anyways, um, howdy. So there's really, I don't really have a theme, I guess, to talk about today. It's gonna be a little random, I guess. I'm just gonna talk about. First off, I'm gonna talk about the subscribers. I'll talk about my current state right now when it comes to like living at home and the fact that I'm baptized still, but I'm inactive. And I want to tell a kind of crazy story. So that's really it. It's kind of just random today, but because the story is so interesting and it's something I would like to. I hope to be able to have this person in a video. It probably won't be able to be in person, but like a Skype video or something like that, that would be really cool. But anyways, back to it. So what? First off, the subscribers. The fact that I was at like 50. What was it? Yesterday or a day ago, or yesterday or the day before that, and I'm at like 80 is like crazy. I didn't even expect to be at 50, like, and it's just so fast and it's so cool, like hearing, like seeing all of you guys comment and being able to communicate back. It's so cool. I love having it just as this open thing, and I'm never going to delete comments no matter how whatever they are, because this is the funny thing with comments too. So I thought it would be pretty obvious from my videos that like I'm just not about religion anymore. That's just me. I do not any form of organized religion. That's just not me. That will never be a part of my life. But then there's only been a couple, albeit, and I guess it should have been expected, but people are like, you must come to the Lord, for the Lord Jesus is upon you and he is the truth. Da, 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 da. Just because you are part of the Jehovah's Witnesses doesn't mean, there's a lot of people like that. And then people trying to, people now trying to persuade you through their other religion. And it's funny seeing it because I'm just like, I don't know what about this comes off as though that's what I want. but I don't know. I mean, those people are everywhere, I guess. But oh my God. Yeah, seeing those comments makes me laugh, honestly. And of course you're gonna get the apologists too. There was only one, and I hate that I even interacted with it. I wish I didn't, because this person was saying things along the lines of, and don't go searching for these people, please don't. Like, I want the comment section to be like, if you're gonna have a disagreement with somebody, nicely disagree and nicely have a discussion about it rather than be a dick, I want it to be as open as possible, but I don't want people coming on here and making other people feel like shit for their beliefs, But I hate that I even interacted with this, because this guy is like, I don't defend Watchtower, don't get me wrong, but yet everything he's saying is defending Watchtower. So I hate that I even interacted with that. And all those kinds of like stuff, I'm just saying it now, those are the things I'm not going to interact with, for obvious reasons. But anyways, the comments have been awesome and I love talking with you guys, and shout out to It's Me. I love the little discussions we've had and how much you've related, and like that I can make you laugh and stuff like that. You're awesome. Whoever you are out there, you're awesome. It's me. And yeah, I really appreciate seeing your comments. You're a dope dude. But yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it because this is one thing I want too. Like, not only do I just want to relate with people and let people know they're not alone, because we've gone through this weird, very strange, unique circumstance that, excuse me, anybody outside of this really doesn't understand, and letting people know they're not alone, and there's a lot of us out there who can relate with you. And not only is that my goal, and bringing attention to Watchtower and the crazy abusive bullshit they do, I want this to be like very laid back and just chill, like laid back and chill. Like there's no need to be crazy. We've dealt with crazy for too long. We've dealt with a lot of things for too long. It's time to change. Like I don't want these videos to be like negative. I don't want to be so serious. I want it to be laid back and be able to laugh about it and make jokes, and that's the vibe I'm trying to go with. I'm done with being serious. I've never really been a serious person as it is, and I want to keep being that person, But obviously, there's things you got to be serious with, but for the most part, I want to be laid back, chill. Let's just talk, have a discussion, No need to get all crazy and defensive and whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm going for. And I also want to do like different, I don't want it to all just solely be ex-Jehovah's Witness stuff. I mean, I feel like I can only talk about so much without repeating myself, because I've gotten, honestly, like most of it out of the way. Only things I haven't really like talked about was some of the small things I mentioned in those other videos that I'm gonna make videos on, because I want to make more videos on just like I don't really know, to be exact, but yeah, I just want to make videos from an ex-Jehovah's Witness perspective, and yeah, that's really it. But I'm saying but a lot. But thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing and listening and all that stuff. There's plenty more videos to come, and if you like what you're seeing, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it, and let me know why either of those things, why you liked it or why you disliked it. And if you like it and you want to see more, then subscribe. And thank you very much, and welcome everybody who is new. Thank you. So yeah, got that out of the way, and I want to talk about like my current situation, because a few people were wondering, not a lot, but it was a couple, and I figured I would just address it, because I know not everybody here is going to watch every single video. It's a lot, and my videos are very messy and disorganized, and I really think only the first one, when it comes to the ex-Jehovah's Witness story, is worth watching. But a couple of people were wondering if I was baptized. Yes, I'm baptized. I was baptized in 2012, end of 2012. It was near my birthday, and I also remember that because it was near, it was like right after one of my favorite albums was released, Time Part 1 by Wintersun. Amazing album, phenomenal album. But yeah, I was baptized in 2012. I was about like 15 years old. And there was also, I saw a couple comments wondering how I'm still able to be here in my home with my family and not be shunned, and I'm not kicked out. Because like I said, I was baptized, but I wasn't disfellowshipped. I didn't disfellowship myself. The elders didn't disfellowship me for some reason, which is, I don't know why, honestly. Literally, everything I do is so opposite of what Jehovah's Witnesses do. So I don't know. I don't understand that part. Well, what I think is the reason why, because my mom told me this a while ago. She told me, she was like, by the way, like the elders don't look at your Instagram. She's like, it's like, I remember brother, I almost said his name. He was our what was it called? Service overseer? Is that what it was called? Because like when everything transitioned from the book study to not having the book study anymore, your book study thing, whatever was your service, would now became like your, that was, or not now became, but that was still like where you met for service, and I think it was called service overseer. Regardless, that guy, he was an elder. He she told me, she's like, and he said, it's like, and what he said to me was like, and I appreciate this, honestly. He's like, he made his own decision, and that's okay. We're not going to go after him. We're not going to try to disfellowship or anything. She's like, and he's like, because quite honestly, like, I don't really care. He can do what he wants. And I don't look at his Instagram. Like, I don't look at what he's doing. I'm not concerned with that. I'm just going to let him be. And I think he's also our congregation overseer too. So I think if I remember correctly, I know he's at least our service overseer, but I think he's also the congregation overseer. But regardless, I think that is the reason why. That has to be the reason why. But I do appreciate that, though. I highly appreciate that. But I feel like if I were to disassociate myself, which I have thought of doing that, I still debate it sometimes. But then again, I'm like, it's been a while now, and I feel like it would just be overkill if I do that. And I don't know. The biggest part is I don't know how it's going to affect me. I don't know if now that the label is placed on me of being disfellowshipped, if I'm going to be kicked out of my house. I don't know. It'll 100% change my relationship even more with my parents, especially my dad. So it's like, imagine how much more that's going to branch into other parts of my life. So yeah, I still debate it. I still wonder if I should, because a part of me is like, I want to, because I want absolutely nothing to do with this organization. I don't want my name associated with this organization, this cult. But then another part of me is like, I don't want to play their game, like, I gotta write a letter to your governing body to disassociate myself. Like, I'm good. Or to Watchtower headquarters, whatever it is, I'm good. I don't want to play your game. But at the same time, if playing your game means I get to have my name completely disconnected from you, that's, I want as much disconnect from that as possible. But I feel like what I'm doing now is pretty good so far. So I don't know. Maybe in the future, maybe when I'm moved out and everything, we'll see. We'll see where life takes us, or takes me. But you're along for the ride, so we'll see where life takes us. So, what else was I gonna say? I talked about, so yeah, my whole status currently. And either way, this is the thing too. Like, making these videos is kind of a risk. So I'm at home right now. The only reason I'm able to make these videos is because nobody is home right now, obviously. I could not obviously do this if my parents were home. So nobody's home right now at this moment. My job, I'm currently not working at my job right now. I go back. I don't even know if I'm going to go back, because I kind of want to get a new job, because I'm offered a new job and I'm kind of liking this new job. But anyways, this is the only reason how I'm able to make these videos right now. So, I could, regardless, in privacy in my room, because no one's really going to hear me. But I don't like being in my room all the time. I like to be elsewhere. So it's nice to just chill in my kitchen and talk. But anyways, it's kind of a risk making these videos, because it's like, if God forbid if my parents see this, which I don't think they will, but God forbid if, like, somehow, some way, somebody within Watchtower headquarters or somebody in a congregation who knows my family sees this and, they know about it, it would be, that would really change things. That would really change things. Because now it's apostasy. Not only do you, not only do you completely oppose the Jehovah's Witnesses and religion in general, you're speaking out against us. So I would probably be kicked out of my house the moment this happens. But you know what? Like, I really don't care. Like, a part of me really doesn't care. Like, it would suck and it would be massively inconvenient to be kicked out of my house. It's not as if I have absolutely nowhere to go, but it would suck for sure. But a part of me is like, that part of me doesn't care because, I want to speak my truth. This is something I want to do, and I'm not going to let anything hold me back. It's as simple as that. And if that means getting kicked out of my house, if that means my own parents never talking to me again, then so be it. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's just, such is the way of life. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. So it would be, don't get me wrong, it would be massively inconvenient, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm obviously avoiding having that happen, but since this is public, anybody could watch it. So if that happens, it happens. You'll know if it happens. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Oh my God, that scared me. My phone fell out of my pocket. The screen didn't break, fortunately. Wow, that scared the shit out of me. But but yeah, I think I mentioned in the start of this, I wanted to tell you a story too, because I feel like it's kind of crazy. So I mentioned I was baptized. So one of the people that baptized me, or one of the people that went through the baptism questions, he went through the final part of the questions with me. I grew up with him. He wasn't an elder the whole time, but he became an elder later on. And we all had like mutual friends, but he was one of those types of people that in the beginning he was very like, very in your business. Like, he would say to my parents that he doesn't like that I listen to metal, and your son shouldn't be listening to that kind of music. And I'm proud of my mom for sticking up to me, saying like, yeah, but how is what he listens to a bad thing? It's just music. It's just sound. That the sound of the music doesn't determine whether or not it's a bad thing. He's like, but why is it okay for you to listen to R&B, which a lot of it is talking about sex? Why is that okay for you to do? And a lot of the other brothers and sisters to do, but my son can't listen to heavy metal music. And he had nothing to say about it. So props to my mom for sticking up to me. Appreciate you. But he was that kind of guy. He got on me about that. He got on me about hanging out with worldly people. The evil demons of the world, being anybody not a Jehovah's Witness, who will all die in Armageddon. Yeah, he was that kind of guy. But at the same, like, later on, he chilled out and he became like pretty cool. We were friends, me and these other two Jehovah's Witnesses who I'm still actually friends with. What do you call it? I'm actually seeing one of them in a few weeks, because I'm getting so off track. And one of you actually complained about that I get off track and couldn't listen fully through my video because I get so off track. It's funny. Sorry. But I'm actually seeing one of them in a few weeks. So, I don't know. I just speak my mind. It is what it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But anyways, he was good friends with some of us, and he was a bit more. He was a bit more laid back. He was a bit more of a. He became that way, anyways. He became a bit more laid back and chill or whatever, which was cool. And that's why he vibed with us. So that was cool. But this is the crazy part. So there's a few crazy things about this. So he like I said, he was the guy who went through my final baptism questions. And he I'm assuming maybe this had a play in his decision. So he knew I had a worldly girlfriend at the time. This was, like I said, back in 2012, end of 2012. I had that girlfriend for a few months at that point, and he knew I had a girlfriend because he was the one who told my parents, because he was, like I said, he was very nosy and would go through what do you call it? He would go through my Instagram and eventually found hers, and she posted pictures of us on Instagram. So that's how he knew. So he knew I had a girlfriend, and during my baptism question, he goes, "Let me just ask you something." He's like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, my lying ass, I was like, "Well, I would have to tell you, you know?" And he was like, "Oh," he just started laughing. And he's like, okay. But this man damn well knew what the fuck was going on. And I don't know why he still approved me, but I managed to somehow get approved to be baptized through an elder, mind you. But I feel like maybe it was that moment. I'm just speculating. It's most likely not, and I'll get into that in a second. But I feel, or maybe at least this moment had a play in it, had some kind of role somewhere. So one day he randomly decides he's gonna move, within 2 days. He's moving far away, and I was just like, what? This is so random and out of nowhere. And even his demeanor, everything about him was a bit off and a little strange. We're just like, "Where are you moving to?" And he says where he's moving to, and I'm like, "Damn, that's pretty far." Okay. And he's like, "Yeah. I was like, "Do you need help moving anything?" He's like, No, I got my friends. I got friends to help me." I'm like, "Okay." So he apparently knew people where he's going. So he moves there, whatever. Come to find out, not too long after, come to find out that he's gay. He moved there to be with his boy, his home boy, his gay home boy. Mind you, I don't have anything against gay people at all. I'm just being silly and stupid. I like to joke and make myself laugh. It is what it is. I like laughing, and I have nothing against gay people. Be gay, I support you. That's fine. But yeah, he had his fucking homie, his homosexual, and yeah, he moved there and was living with his man, and it was it came so out of left field. We were all just like, "What? He's gay?" Because he's had girlfriends before, so it was it was so strange. He was obviously closeted gay and was probably very confused, especially when you're a Jehovah's Witness. I think he was born a Jehovah's Witness. Especially when you're a Jehovah's Witness, I feel like gay people, they probably have it the hardest. You probably have it well, not the hardest, but harder than the majority, because not only do you have to deal with the fact that you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness now and you don't have the same beliefs, and you're dealing with all of the oppositions that come with that. Now you're dealing with all of the opposition that comes with the fact that you're gay. And that must be, oh my God. I couldn't imagine being in that situation. I could not imagine. That must be like insane. So my heart really goes out to those people. And props to you for making it so far. Like, holy shit. But anyways, back on track. Yeah, we find out he's gay. He's with some dude, whatever. And it was like out of left field because he's had girlfriends before, and I think he was even engaged at one point. So it was just like, very unexpected. And especially with how openly he spoke of how against homosexuality he was. So yeah, it just didn't make sense with the fact that you're gay now. Well, not that he's gay now, but we found out you're gay because somebody found it through an Instagram of him and that guy's like couple Instagram, and that's how they found out. But they did some hardcore like research on him. I swear, like they were, because he was private about his whole move, so they found out the area he went to, what congregation he was going to, and even called up the congregation and asked about him and like all this crazy stuff. They went hard. But yeah, it's just such a, I feel like maybe what happened with me, maybe I kind of doubt it because you're gay and you're a Jehovah's Witness, and you obviously those two things do not match up. So, and they never could. Like, you could never be gay and be a Jehovah's Witness. Like, they get wildly upset if you're a man and you wear tight-fitting clothing. And not even like, skin tight, but just like more fitted clothing. So they like avoid anything and everything having to do with homosexuality at all costs. So, but anyways, oh man. Anyways, where did I leave off? I don't remember. So, find out he's gay. It's crazy. They track him down because they're crazy. And yeah, one thing like I want to do now is I want to get in contact with him and talk to him and be like, and figure out like what's going on, like, and I want to know if like what played a role in him leaving, other than just the fact that he's gay, but and if anything of what happened with me had to do with, because I don't know what he views Jehovah's Witnesses as just in general, if it's something he maybe still believes in, but I even though I highly doubt it, I would just like to know if at all somehow that played a role in that, or maybe it was just seeing the hypocrisy amongst Jehovah's Witnesses, and or maybe it was, it could be so many things, and I would just love to have that conversation with him, and it would be cool to have that conversation with him on a video and do like a Skype thing or something. That would be dope. But yeah, it would be cool to but he, like I said, he cut off, like he made sure like nobody could contact him, which I can understand why you would do that. But I think what I was saying before I got massively distracted was I feel like in some way maybe what happened with the fact that I was able to get baptized with a girlfriend, how that had, and he knew how I was still able to get baptized, because I know that was something that conflicted with me at the time. The fact that I had a worldly girlfriend, lied about it, got away with it, and was still able to get baptized while having a worldly girlfriend, still having a worldly girlfriend after that, that was one thing to me that was like, and that just slipped right under Jehovah's radar, So, especially getting baptized, that's like the most important decision you make of your Jehovah's Witness life. So that conflicted with me. So I'm assuming the fact that he knew that maybe that conflicted with him. I don't know. And I would like to find that out and talk about it. That would be cool. And I would just like to talk about so many things. Like how's he been doing? How's his life been now? Like, how has it been struggling growing up, being a Jehovah's Witness and being gay on top of that? You know, stuff like that. It would be cool to have that discussion. But there's just no way to contact him, so, you know. And yeah, that's really all I have for today. It's kind of random today, but yeah, I just kind of felt like making this random video talking about a few different things. No real theme for this one, no real nothing. And if you want, give me suggestions too on like anything you want to hear discussed or whatever. Because what I'm planning for in the next videos, because I want us to be different from, I want it to be a little different when it comes to ex-Jehovah's Witness stuff. I want it to be more on the positive side of things rather than I got distracted by messages. rather than harping on what I've been through growing up and all of this stuff, and rather than harping on that and that, you know, in that negative mind state, I want to do things in a more empowering way, in a more positive way. And I'm not 100% sure on how to go about doing that. But I like just talking about things and being able to laugh about it and stuff like that. For me, that helps me when I can look back at things and laugh at it and have discussions with people and laugh at these things. It doesn't give it the power anymore that it used to have over you. And, you know, I very much enjoy positivity, and I don't want much negativity in my life anymore. I want to keep the negativity in my life at a bare minimum, as I can make it. So, yeah, that is something I want to keep doing, which is why I'm like, I don't really know exactly which direction to go with videos, because I do really want to help people at the same time. And I like relating with people and hearing that people resonate. So I figured I'll keep doing things along those lines of what can I talk about that can relate to somebody and give them a perspective. So that's where I go with it. And I do want to get into a little bit more of adjusting your life after leaving Jehovah's Witnesses. I went into it a little bit in the healing video, not a lot, because it was more just a general, like, how I've personally healed myself after leaving. Not that I'm healed, I'm fine. Like, not that that's not what I mean by healed. I'm just saying that in case you haven't watched it. It's just how I've been healing, things that I've been doing that work for me, and maybe it can work for other people. But because I want to get into a little bit of the things I talked about in that video. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And thank you for watching, and I really appreciate you guys. And like it if you like the video, dislike it if you dislike the video, and tell me why you liked it or why you disliked it, and we can have a conversation. And if you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.